Okay, what kind of angle? All right, we're going to do this. This is called the initial side of the angles. We always started on the positive x-axis. Hope you remember that. Which way did we go when we went with a positive rotation? Did we go clockwise or counterclockwise? Did we go up or did we go down for positive? From this blue line. Up, that's right. If you're going up, if you go up, this is a positive theta. Okay, going up is positive. That's counterclockwise. Going down is, anybody? Negative theta. Negative theta is going down, going clockwise. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down this, we're going to call this angle right here theta. I'm going to go down the exact same theta as that angle right there. And just pretend it's exactly the same. Because I can't do it exact. And that would make a triangle like that. And this would be, erase this out of the way. This would be a negative theta right there. I'm saying that that distance is exactly the same as that distance. So that put me in what quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Can you guys tell me, up here in the first quadrant, what's x and y always? Positive. This is positive. This is positive. Right? Y'all good with that? Okay. What happens in the fourth quadrant? X is what? Positive, because I'm still going right, and y is negative, because I'm going down, right? Are we good with that? Thumbs up on that? Show me thumbs up or down. Cash, you there or not? Okay, so what that means is, if I look at this ordered pair would be x and negative y. They'd be the exact same numbers as up here, exact same numbers, except my y would be negative. Does anybody remember what x was in terms of trig functions that we just did the other day? I still got it written right up there. What is the x value in relationship to trig functions? Cosine, yeah, it's still right here, right? It's still right there. So this is cosine. We call it theta. And this is also cosine theta because it's positive x. They're exactly the same. Exactly the same. Okay? Now, does anybody remember what y was up here? Sine. That was sine theta. Now this y, is this y identical to that one? No. What happens? It's negative. So what that means is this is negative sine theta. How many are thumbs up with that? Thumbs up. I haven't looked at everybody yet. Huh? That doesn't sound very promising. Okay, because this y is sine and this y is negative, that means that the sine value down here has to be negative. Because sine and y go together. So because this is negative y, this has to be negative sine. This x and this x are identical because I'm going over this positive x over that way for both of those. This x didn't change. But I went up for that y, which is why that's positive. And I went down for this y, that's why that's negative y, because I'm going down. Does that help? Okay, so that makes, since this is negative y, and y is the sine value, that makes this negative sine as well. Does that help? Are we thumbs up over here? I haven't looked over here. Okay, so what happens is, you see all these say I'm going negative theta, that means we are talking about this point on every one of these. Every one of these, we're talking about this point because I'm coming negative theta. All these say negative theta. All right, so sine of negative theta. What does that equal down here? What's the sine value? Negative sine. So this equals negative sine. Okay, let's do cosine. Cosine is of negative theta. That's this one. What's that equal? positive cosine. They're identical because we're going right with both of them. So this equals positive cosine. Now, what is tangent? Look at this. What's tangent? Tangent is what over what? Y over x, correct? Y over x. Now, if I do y over x down here, if I do tangent down here for negative theta, what would the y be? Negative y over x. What's a negative over a positive? That's a negative, isn't it? So what that means is this equals negative tangent. Okay, now here's the quick way to do this. Whenever we did our six trig functions, what did we do with every sign to get cosecant? What did we do with our answer? We flipped it, right? Does that change a sign? If you flip it, does it change from positive to negative? If it's negative and you flip it, does it change to positive? The signs stay the same, right? So what that tells me is whatever my reciprocal is to the one to the left of it has that same sign. So because sine is negative here at negative theta, that means cosecant is also, it would be negative because it's just flipping this negative upside down. And since cosine is positive, secant would be positive because you're just flipping the positive upside down. And since tangent is negative, cotangent will be negative. Now you're going to have one question on your quiz like that. And you should put these are the even odd functions. You should put those on your card.